I'm just going to talk about my own experience of mental health here at university. A couple of times I've really struggled with my mental health, and I've suffered with severe depression, really bad anxiety, just because a lot of things are going on in my personal life, and that comes up with all the pressures of uni, things about living away from home, meeting all new people. That kind of escalated it and made it a lot worse. At first, I was kind of a bit nervous to say anything to anyone about it. I kind of felt like I shouldn't be feeling. I felt guilty for feeling like that. I felt like other people got much worse problems than me, and I should just deal with it and get on with life. And I think I kept quiet about it for far too long, really, because that just made it worse and worse. And it's not something you should really feel guilty about, because anyone can really suffer from it. It doesn't discriminate on who's gonna have depression, who's gonna have anxiety. And it's nothing really to feel ashamed about. I think so many people suffer from it, and it's just one of those things. I went to the Wellbeing team and I had a drop-in session with them, and they were really helpful. Got referred to go and see the counsellor here, who then kind of referred me to other places that could help my anxiety and my depression. And so there's literally so many places that you can go to for help, here at university.
So my story was, it was around, I'd say, November in the first semester, where it was really rapid deterioration in feeling, just mood, feeling low all the time, not really wanting to get out of bed. A lot of the times it was very hard to even get out of bed and do stuff. Wasn't eating, just wasn't looking after myself. I then decided to go to the doctors about it, and obviously they asked all the questions that you ask. I know most of them because I'm a psychology student, but it was kind of just getting the confirmation almost. Went to the doctors, and he referred me to counselling. When I told my friends about it, a lot of them were very, very supportive of it, and very, very, we are here for you. There were some people who they said, I don't trust I wouldn't trust a diagnosis. So I wasn't really happy about that. It wasn't very nice to hear, but that's just some people who aren't really sensitive to the subject, as others are. But they didn't stop treating me like anyone else. They treat me like a normal person. It's just one of those things, which it was one of those things. It could always be dealt with. And I got referred to counselling, and I saw them for I'd say 2.5, maybe 3 months up until the end of January. And Christine from counselling was really, really good and really, really helpful, and she was just great at helping everything. I'm feeling okay now. I think I've got another meeting booked with her soon, in about next week or so, and hopefully we'll see what happens there.
So I've recently been diagnosed with depression. It was quite a difficult thing for me to do, to get myself to the doctors about this. It's different from something physical. It's something that for a long time I believed we shouldn't talk about. Even when I was younger, the environment I grew up in, it was you don't talk about mental health, you ignore it, and you just keep going. It's almost like it didn't exist, it was just a figment of your imagination. So for years and years when I was younger, I'd ignore the signs, and even though I thought maybe I am depressed, I never did anything about it because, the environment I was in, it was it doesn't exist, so carry on. So I soldiered on, but then actually getting help from a professional really helped, and things have been getting better since then. And really, mental health should be something that's talked about. It's like I came to university and kept soldiering on, and even though I knew maybe one day I'd probably have to do something about it, I just carried on. And then you lose reasons for carrying on, and then you finally decide that maybe it's about time to see someone, which is what happened with me. So definitely go see someone about mental health if you're struggling with it.
Hi, I'm Luke, and I was diagnosed with anxiety this time last year when I was attending my first year of last year. It's been quite a struggle. Like, my first semester was quite a struggle. I was ill all the time, and due to stress, and panic attacks became more regular, and to the point where I needed help. So I took support with the Wellbeing team, and through that it just helped so much. Like, I went to the doctors, got medicated. That's helped so much this year, and it's just been like quite amazing. Like, every time I panic, they've taught me techniques of how like to deal with it. All the worries I'm having, it just seems to be like more and more less every day. Like, even though it's like I have the worst of days, I still not have the most positive ones ahead of me. Like, I've always had the positive frame of mind, but at the same time, it's just something that you live with. It doesn't define who you are. You just live with it at the end of the day, and you just keep going because it's just a part of your life. Even though some people may be scared to talk about it, I'm happy to talk about it because at the end of the day it's just something that I live with, it's something that I deal with, and I have to keep going. I have a lot of supportive friends and family who all know about my issues with anxiety. They've always helped me, especially when it comes to panic attacks. Like, one thing that I've noticed, don't drink because it doesn't help at all, and it just makes it a lot worse. But at the same time, if you have the alcohol and you have the right frame of mind, you'll be fine, and like the panic attacks don't occur. But I've noticed it is an influence, so just be careful. But I've always supported my friends. I know people don't deal with their own mental illnesses themselves, but at the end of the day, I'm that type of friend, because I've been through it. I don't want to see other people go through it as well, because it is quite difficult, but it's what people deal with in everyday life. So I just wanted to help take part by making them more aware that anxiety is just part of who you are, and you just have to get on with it.
Well, I've suffered from depression and postnatal depression for the past few years. It took me to get to my lowest ebb and taking overdoses and cutting myself before I realised that I really did need help. I have a referral with the crisis team, which is now going under the community mental health team. I found that over the past few years it's been quite difficult, because if you say you're depressed, people automatically think that you're quite insane or you're crazy. And that has an effect on my children as well, because I've got children and my children are my carers. So it has been quite difficult, but I found that it's very important for me to get help, and now I've got it in place, I'm becoming stronger and finding me and becoming a better person for it.
Hello, I'm Jeanette, and I'm one of the counsellors in the Wellbeing team based in Holgate. We take students' mental health needs very seriously here at York St John, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about our services and the support we can offer to students. We know that university can be a stressful and sometimes overwhelming experience, so in the Wellbeing team we have counsellors and mental health advisors for emotional or psychological difficulties, and welfare support for more practical needs. To access this support, you can attend one of our daily Wellbeing drop-in sessions by going to the Student Advice Desk in the Holgate Student Centre. The Wellbeing drop-in is a confidential space where you will be able to speak to us about how you are getting on, any worries you have, and we will discuss together what support might be available to you. We also run wellbeing workshops and can refer you to programmes such as Exercise for Wellbeing or Stress Control, Plus, we are able to help you access more specialist support, such as an eating disorder nurse. You can also keep up to date on YSJ pages for events we run or participate in throughout the year, like Mental Health and Wellbeing Day. You can find out more and access our resources online at yorksj/wellbeing, or come and talk to us in the Holgate Student Centre.